Hi there, welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Parenting Millennial. My name is Sharon Kongo. For those who are new here, this is an online space where parents can come and learn and share and also talk about their successes and challenges when it comes to parenting. We are a community of Christian parents who believe in raising godly children through respectful and intentional parenting. So if you're new, I hope that you're going to enjoy today's video. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in again, and I pray that we shall be blessed even as we discuss today's topic. So today we are going to talk about a very interesting topic. We're going to talk about raising or identifying if you're raising a strong-willed child. So a study was done a while back by a gentleman, rather a doctor by the name of Dr. James C. Dobson. He took a sample of 35,000 parents who were raising children between 0 or rather newborns to 24 years. And he wanted to find out what kind of children are these parents raising. Are they mostly strong-willed? Are they compliant? And the parents, as in the experiences these parents were having. So we're going to look at 10 pointers that are going to help us identify if we are raising a strong-willed child. So pointer number 1 is that they have a tough attitude towards authority. So they tend to push back, they ask a lot of questions, they don't like being told what to do, and sometimes will just rebel for the sake of rebelling. So that's pointer number 1. So if you have a child who is really pushing your buttons in terms of your authority, most probably you're raising a strong-willed child. Number 2 is that they are most likely boys. So once the study was conducted, it was seen that there are twice as many boys who are strong-willed rather than girls. Girls tend to be more compliant. Pointer number 3 is that they are identified from the age of 1. Maybe it's because from this age is when they start realizing who they are, and also the fact that temperaments, the study also showed that temperaments are inherited. So that's another thing. So if you were a strong-willed child when you were young, it could be most probably you're raising a strong-willed child over and above them being a boy. But that does not mean that girls cannot be strong-willed. There's also a percentage of girls who are strong-willed. The other pointer is that they are mostly second-borns. Yes. So your second-born child could be a strong-willed child. I don't know why the study found that, but they're mostly second-born. So for me, my second-born and third-born are strong-willed children. The other pointer is that they are most likely to rebel into adulthood. I know this one is not a fun one to know, but at least knowing that, you will know what to expect and how to prepare. So they tend to be very assertive and very aggressive early on, from the age of 1 all the way into adolescence, and then during adolescence they mellow out. So it's good to know so that you're prepared and know what to expect. The other pointer is that they are more likely to do poorly in school. Yeah, 19% of the group that was where the study was done were found to have done poorly in school, especially in their last 2 years, evidenced by some of the other telltale signs or characteristics of strong-willed children that I'm going to give you as we go on. So the other telltale sign or pointer is that they don't make friends easily. They're not well socially adjusted. Reason being, their temperaments are very aggressive and very assertive. So they tend to rub people off the wrong way. They could be loud, they could be, all those characteristics where you find that it's hard to make friends. Strong-willed children normally have such characteristics, so they are not well socially adjusted. So that could be one of the reasons that also causes them not to do well in school. The other one is because they are more likely to be peer dependent. So they are more likely to be influenced by peer pressure, and this leads to most strong-willed children becoming alcoholics, and they're more prone to become alcoholics, and they're more likely to abuse drugs. So I found this very interesting, because if that's the case, it would mean if you were to see the telltale signs that your child is being influenced negatively in terms of peer pressure, it's one of those things you don't watch and wait to see what happens. It gives you an opportunity to act and to mitigate any bad outcomes that could come from negative peer pressure. So it is important for us to learn our children's temperaments. Are they strong-willed or are they compliant? Not because you are wishing your child anything, in terms of the way you're bringing them up, but it's because it will help you know what to expect and how to deal with whatever comes your way. So the other pointer is that they have low self-esteem. You would think that because they're outgoing and they're assertive that their self-esteem could be high. No, it's the other way around actually. Compliant children have a higher self-esteem than strong-willed children. The other pointer is that they will make the bulk of leaders and entrepreneurs because they are more assertive and they are more outgoing and they push back. So they don't make good employees. However, they do make good leaders. Remember I told you that the study was done, 35,000 parents answered a questionnaire, and the ages of the children who were studied were between 0, from that is newborns, to the age of 24. So you'll find that maybe it will be challenging to raise this child during the early years, but once they hit puberty and adolescence, their character begins to change. So the most important thing is for you to mold them and to build in them a character right now that speaks of their future and speaks of their adulthood. And even if they do rebel, and even if they do go through those stages of adolescence and ups and downs, eventually they will come back to the fold, and they will, for lack of a better explanation, do what you expect them to do. It can be challenging to raise a strong-willed child. Personally, I've seen it. Sometimes you just feel like you want to give up, but you have to strike a balance. You cannot be too mellowed out and you cannot be too tough. You have to strike a balance. And this is actually something we were discussing at a ladies' meeting we were having. And most of us did agree that allowing your child to express themselves, regardless of whatever situation it is, gives them an opportunity to trust you. So create that trust with them. And even if you feel like they're rebelling, even if you feel like you're not doing the best, the most important thing is not to give up. So I hope that this has helped someone who has been wondering what their child's temperament is. So I hope that going forward you shall do a bit more research in terms of raising strong-willed children. Next week we shall do a video on raising compliant children and the characteristics most likely identified in compliant children. I hope that this video has been helpful to someone, and that you shall use the characteristics I've given you to not judge your child, but to understand how you can raise them better. So I hope to see you guys next week. Be blessed. Bye.